going on? Taking a little walk with my baby. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, there was a black dog here before.
Get out.
Sit.
Sit?
Yeah, it was a black dog here before, right?
They can get out. See, the gate open.
Yeah, it don't matter. But it was a black dog here before. Right now, you gotta ask yourself, where did that black dog come from?
Uncle!
So,
Uncle!
that black dog, synchronicity, right? Everything is for a reason. Not harm? Yeah, but you with me, so you gonna cross with me.
When we went to the store that day, I crossed by myself.
What day?
That day when we went to the store when Khalees stayed the night.
Who you crossed by yourself with?
Remember you was walking with me?
Alright, so I was walking with you. What you saying?
No,
I was actually at the corner so I could see the cars and stuff coming too.
Where you going? You just
Ready? Perfect. Here we go. Fills the hole, plugs the veins, sources out the infection, puts a temporary block. Couple shots of fentanyl and nobody else matters. Please don't puke on me. Good luck, man. What is that supposed to be? Well, for one, I may not let you. Two, the plan is to go get the girl. Keep doing it. They scooped her up right after her marriage. Hey, whoa. There's nothing you can do for her. Okay? And not that it's gonna make anything better, but they're not gonna kill her. I've got tabs in G61s on almost every suit we have. Those corporate fucksticks have like a processing plant. It's a small outfit. You know, put in the rejects, pop out the suits. It's like a soup kitchen. She's gonna wish she was there. Sorry. Well, it's not my finest work, but it'll do.
You know me, I know you. What is happening?
You should have stayed out of state, Sean. You get in familiar settings and starts triggering memories, blank spaces. It's a major fucking defect of doing away. It's like taking an eraser to pencil. There's that lead residue.
You. Sean. Rhett. You were a suit, my friend. One of its first kind, too. They didn't have any volunteers at first, so they just scooped up people out of you, used them up, dumped them. But we got to you before that. You used to work for the state, and then you worked for me.
What did we do exactly?
We started a rebel fucking mission.
So yeah, it was everything happened for a reason. So I was on. Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of days since the 31st. I mean, since the 30th. You know, just been a lot of strange activity going on. right? A lot of things I just been popping out. You know, like I said, like the black dog, you know, popping out. You know, the TV freezing on a pharaoh standing on like a dragon, you know, a leopard or whatever. What's going on, Kara? You know, standing on a leopard or whatever. I said leopard. A lizard, dragon or whatever. Or like an alligator. But standing on that, and you know, with a picture of a dog on the side, and then you know, the serpent staff or whatever, then a green cube, right? And then on top of the green cube, it was, you know, like a little circle of a sun, probably grass and water, you know, which it got something to do with Hermes, Thoth, you know, in a pineal gland, and a, you know, the Kundalini spirit or whatever, and bots. What's going on, man?
I'll pay. Oh, you got money?
So,
If you paying for it, then yeah, I already asked you to pay out the front.
you know, we got too many distractions. You know, distraction after distraction. Yes? Huh? I don't care, it's hers. Oh. I said it's hers, I don't care. Oh. You know, we just gotta know what's really going on. So I had to delete, you know, my accounts or whatever on Facebook, Instagram, and all that stuff. You know, getting threats. Getting threats or whatever. You know, from, you know, the people above. Also getting attacked for speaking. You know, they play with these frequencies, and when these frequencies go out, you know, the radios and all of that stuff, these frequencies go out, you know, we always got to remember they always in the air. These frequencies always in the air. Now we had the TV talking, right? The TV giving you suggestions. The apps giving you suggestions. The ads, right? Excuse me, giving you suggestions. And you know, just don't stop. What is it called? Advertising. Advertisement never stops. I don't care if you turn off the TV, you turn off your phones, you know, you turn off everything. Advertising still don't stop. It keeps on going, right? And this is why, you know, we had these frequencies playing, right? So like I said, just because you can't hear it with your regular ears, it don't mean it's not there, right? When you turn your channel, when you watching channel 11 and you want to go to channel 5, right? You watching 11 news and you want to go to Channel 5 News or wherever you at in the country, in the States, you know, you want to change your channel from one news station to the next news station. That next news station, when you change it, right, that news station is still gonna send out their signals, right? Send out their waves, right? The music is still gonna be played, regardless if you turn it off. Now, you know how sometimes you get, you know, a song will pop up in your head, and you'll be like, oh, you know, you'll be thinking about it. That song popped up in your head because you picked up that frequency, right? You picked up that frequency. So a lot of times, a lot of times, you know, we have thoughts that's not really our thoughts, right? We know about MK Ultra, right? We know about Project Blue Beam, right? And we know about frequencies, right? We know Earth vibrates on a certain frequency. What is it? 7.83. We know the music is at 400, right, megahertz instead of 420. You know, so we know that these things, these people, who's ever in charge, you know, I'm not gonna say nothing. I know who's in charge, you know, so, but whoever in charge, you gotta understand why is they doing this, right? Why is they doing this? Synchronicity. This stuff is real. I'm gonna see if I can put it into my video, but you know, just some reason, we'll be at the 8-point mark. All right, so some reason it won't let me do it, but you know, hopefully somebody get this. They can learn from it. You know, just the information, like learn about the frequencies, learn about sun codes, right? The sun code, the pyramid code, you know, just learn about your brain, the way the brain works, right? Your 7 chakras, your 6 chakras. You know, learn about all of that stuff. So, you know, when you learn about the flower of life, right? Kabbalah. There's so much. Yeah, these things you need to learn, because again, you don't want to be manipulated into doing things that you really don't want to do. You know, even if you think you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we don't, because we gotta know where this information coming from. Right? Like I thought I had everything under control, and I'm sitting here listening. I'm sitting here listening to my inner self. Right? But things got scary. I tried to reach out to people. You know, some of these YouTubers and, you know, quote unquote woke people. Right? So let me just get into it. So the 30th of, what's that, September, because it's October. So the 30th of September, it was a crazy change for me, right? You know, one, I be getting the light codes or whatever, the upgrades, you know, whether you want to say your guardian angels, your ancestors, whatever, or it's the source. Whatever it is, I've been getting upgrades, right? The TV, basically like pause, and when I think about something, it'll come on TV, right? But when I think about something, like I pose a question, like questioning things, it'll answer it from the TV, from a movie or something. So, what's up, Stan? So what happened was, you gotta call your mother if you don't want to eat none of cause I got salad and stuff. And, I don't eat the meat, so it's just salad. But, all right. If you don't, I apologize for being distracted. Yeah. No, it's my prunes. I mean, my dates as well, but he's getting this information. A lot of people say upgrade, but I talk to my peoples. My peoples call me. I was talking to him, telling him, because he called me, he had a question. So, I'm telling him, what's going on. Trying to explain what's going on to him. And, we hung up later on that night. It's like 12 o'clock now. I stopped smoking weed. But I said, you know what? Let me just get it so I can get like in a deep thought, a deep meditation, like really focus. And, I smoked. I think I probably smoked too much. But what happened was, as I was smoking, not even smoking, but I put a post, basically saying synchronicity, right? And when I put the post, I noticed the flower of life, right? Now, I got my meditation music playing, right? It was a live meditation, for healing and all that stuff. And I got the music playing, but I'm in the bathroom, smoking, doors shut. So once I seen a synchronicity and I noticed the flower of life, so I'm looking up on my phone. But as I'm on my phone, I'm in a window blowing the smoke out the window. And the door slammed. Now the door is already closed, so I don't know how the hell the door opened and slammed. So when the door slammed, I go ahead and I go to the door, open it up, like, what is going on here? I look out, ain't nobody out there, so I leave it alone. But now I get this crazy feeling, like stuff is around you or whatever. Now the meditation music playing, right? And the wind coming from the TV. I mean, from the wind coming from the window. It was like, I explain it like, how you had you got a good feeling like sex, orgasm or something like that, a nut, right? But I'm not having no nut. But I've been doing the semen retention for a minute, and like I said, I went vegan. Stopped eating the meat and everything, right? And as I'm standing there, all of this, my left hand side, basically was I didn't have no control of it, right? As I'm trying to put my arm up, that shit going down. Like I'm trying to force it to go up, but it's going down. What the hell? So, you know, I leave out the bathroom. I come in here, I come in the living room, you know, sit my stuff down. I'm drinking some water. Right? Drinking some water. So I'm like, I guzzled the water, you know, thinking I might be hydrated or something like that, you know. I just smoke. I ain't smoking like a month. So I'm drinking a lot of water. Then I just lay down. Now when I lay down, but before that, you know, all this time it felt like, you know how they say the witch riding your back? That's how I felt, like the witch was riding my back, like I couldn't move. So once I laid down, I really couldn't move. Now, you know, I goes out. Now when I go out, you know, my friend hit me in the morning. Same one, never hit me. He never hit me in the morning. He hit me like 4 or something. You know, but now I'm back. You know, everything is good. But when I lay down on the floor, going back or whatever, when I lay down, you know, because I like to sleep on the floor. It's better for me. So when I lay down, I'm just like, I'm in control, because I feel like I was losing control of my body. Like I'm in control. And, you know, again, the music, the meditating music playing. So it seemed like you in the goddamn, you know, with the meditating movie playing. I don't know, it didn't seem regular meditating music. It seemed like it was like I was in a horror movie, right? I mean, like a lot of humming and all that. I mean, like it wasn't really it was tones too, but I don't know, it just seemed kind of weird. And you know, like I said, it was live. So you know, it was just playing. And I lay down. You know, I'm in control. And you know, it was over. Woke up. I don't even think I went to sleep, but something happened. But when I woke up, I noticed my man hit me. You know, I got a missed call from him. It's like 4:50 something. 4:59 probably. And, you know, I hit him back like, oh, it was good. Man, like, you never, man, like, you know, so he like, oh yeah, the email, but what's in this, you know, so I'm like, you know, I sent him some stuff or whatever. So then I wake up in the morning, right? I take my daughter to, you know, so she can go do her schoolwork and all that stuff. I come back in the house. Son told me to clean up, right? So I start cleaning up the kitchen. You know, I don't be in the kitchen. I don't use the kitchen. This is my sister's house. I don't use, you know, I just be in my area, right? I don't really use the kitchen, none of that stuff. You know, I basically like order out or make my little salads and stuff like that, you know. All right here. Don't mind none of that. I just came from Family Dollar. But, you know, I comes back. I fix, you know, I'm cleaning up or whatever. You know, I go in the kitchen. I'm cleaning up in the kitchen, which I never really do because I don't be in the kitchen to clean the kitchen. You know, I don't really like, again, it's not my house, so I don't really like cleaning up at the, you know, all adults. It's all adults here. So I don't really like cleaning up at the, you know, adults when you made the mess. You know, so trying to get up out of here. yeah, so I clean up and I grab all the bags, right? That shopping cart right there was full of bags. You know, my mother, you know, she don't, if my mother was alive right now, and she'd be cursing my sister out. But it was a lot of bags in it. So I take the bags and I put them in a black garbage bag. Take them to the store. Take them to the garbage. Now, as I'm leaving out the house, out the building, you know, it's a lady, you know, a nice Christian woman or whatever, elder. And as I'm leaving out, she like in back of me. So she like, good morning. So, you know, I turn around like, good morning, you know, how you doing? And, you know, make sure you enjoy, you know, talking to her, whatever. And she just started, you know, we splitting ways. Like she going down this path and I'm cutting because I'm a lefty. So I don't go straight and not, I cuts and make my own path, right? So as she going straight, I'm cutting through the, you know, through the little playground. And she just like bags, 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 bags. So I stopped and said, "Oh, that's kind of weird that you saying bags, 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 and I got a bag full of bags." Right? So she like, "Oh, I can." I'm like, "Nah, it's dirty bags," you know, because I put trash on top of the bag. So she was like, "Oh, what was in this? I can still." I'm like, "Nah, it's dirty bags." So she was like, "Oh, all right, no problem. Thank you," or whatever. And, you know, so I kept on, you know, I kept on going my way to bringing the bags in the dumpster. So something told me to start recording it, right? So I pull out the phone, I start recording it. I ripped the bag to show people, like, yo, I got a bag full of bags. And this lady just came up to me talking about some bags, 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 bags. So as I'm talking, she come like, excuse me, us and this, like, let me. I'm like, already throw them in the garbage, right? So she like, so I go to the garbage, you know what I mean? And I'm showing her like, look, it's dirty bags. Plus, you know, she doing like, she be, you know, she feed people, so she wanted the bag so she can put food in it. Mm-hmm. Tell them like, nah, that's not for that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not them type of bags for that. And you know, she went it. She like, oh no, all right, yeah, boom, and she left, and I was leaving. Now, as I'm walking across the street, that's when, you know, the dog just run up on me. Black little dog, probably a Shih Tzu or something, run up on me. Boom, the dog. I'm like, the hell? You know, nothing. But I'm like, yo, that dog just ran past, and as the dog goes in front of me, right, and it's running past, all these birds just start flying, right? From right where the dog ran past, like all these birds start flying and the dog. And I'm sitting here like, yo, this didn't just happen for no reason. Everything happened for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, then I'm like, synchronicity, right? And, you know, I'm walking, then I take a picture of the dog and you know, and it's people property. So I get a little bit further and I'm like, I'm thinking like, man, is that they dog? And like, you know, them type of dogs just don't run around by themselves. And they had a leash, a dog tag. Like, them dogs just don't run around by themselves. So, you know, I keep on walking. I get to the corner. You know, once I get to the corner, I think, yeah, I basically like stop recording or whatever. You know, I'm about to cross the highway. I'm going to get my food. You know, I'm going to the little supermarket, whatever, get my little veggies and stuff. You know, my little sweets, my prunes, you know, and they got like the granola, you know, the granola with the the rest with the fruits and nuts and stuff, right? So as I'm walking and go to the store, let's say I walk across the street, and as I get to the next corner, I notice the thing flying in the air. Right? So I'm like, oh, now my phone screen, like half of my phone is white. So, I take it, I'm like, all right, I put it up there. And it was like an orb, right? Floating through the sky. And I'm like, man, tell y'all all this stuff happened for a reason. But a lot of people can't see this stuff, and they be thinking I'd be crazy. They go on my page, like, why would you think I'm crazy if I'm giving you proof, right? You tell me, oh, this guy, he be bugging. How am I bugging and you got the proof? No, you bugging because you don't want to see the truth, right? You still want to deny it when it's right there in front of your face. So, with that, I go to the store, come back. Then I come to the house. My daughter called me. Right? When my daughter called me, I go down there and she want help with her work. So I'm helping her with her schoolwork. So as I'm helping her with her schoolwork, her mother comes in the room. And I'm sitting here like, I just, you get that vibe or whatever. I'm like, yo, why is she letting off all this damn, negativity or whatever, you feel me? Like, so I just turned to my daughter. I said, I thought you said she changed. Yeah, she did change. I'm like, I feel all this negative energy coming from her, right? So I'm like, listen, I gotta leave. And so I leaves. I'm probably gone like 40 minutes, a half an hour, 40 minutes. My baby mother called me back. Oh, I gotta leave. All this and this. She taking too long, this and this and that. I gotta leave and, whatever. And I'm sitting here like, oh, all right. So I gets down there. As soon as I get in the house, she like, oh, she about to be done. It wasn't no need for me to come down there, but it was. So she like, oh, she about to be done. Then she like, she keep on dancing around, being disrespectful by what's in this, to the teacher. So, I'm hearing her out or whatever, but I'm saying, I'm like, all right, so once she done, I'm like, well, see, the thing is, it's kind of hard for her to concentrate, with all of this that's going on. Like, y'all got the TV playing. I mean, like, when we're in school, we don't have no TVs and all that stuff playing. If a kid making noise and all that stuff, the teacher is going to say something to that kid because it's messing up other people's concentration, right? But if your kid doing work, ain't nobody around to correct them when they doing wrong, right? So what you do, you sit in there with your kid and you watch them, right? You don't sit in another room and don't even know what's going on. Man, like, she don't even have to be doing no homework. All that time she could have just been playing around, not even paying attention at all. You know what I mean? But, you're supposed to be in the room with her. Even if you're not, just your presence, for they won't be doing anything that they're not supposed to be doing because they know mommy or daddy is right there. Right? So I'm like, Harm different. My daughter named Harmony. I'm like, Harm different. She not like other kids, right? She pick up on people's emotions and she hold on to them, right? And she like, I don't want to hear that shit. And like, oh, like, what is you cursing for? I'm just worrying about the homework. I mean, like, that's what we talking about. See, in order for her to do the right things, she need the right energy around her. Right? But long story short, I started telling my baby mother about the feelings that she's going through, right? The things that she letting off. When I tell you, it seemed like a demon came out of her, right? She cursing, she doing all this stuff, and all I'm doing is like, you know, because I don't want to care about no fucking feelings. But I'm like, see, so how you gonna say you want to communicate, you want to talk? I mean, like, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. No, you don't gotta go. I mean, I ain't mad. How you saying you not mad? You saying fuck me? And I mean, I said, not once did I curse at you. Not once did I raise my voice. Not once did I disrespect you. You asked me a question on how we can make her, you know what I mean? Like, you know, she started, she talking about my daughter as an embarrassment to her. You know, it was just so much. I mean, I'm like, you know what? You right. You know, I didn't come here to, I mean, like, I don't know where all this anger and all, you don't gotta talk to me. You don't gotta talk to me. I promise you I ain't mad. You know, and it was like, it was going up in my chest. It'd come, it'd go, it'd come, it'd go. But it was more, I wasn't getting upset. I was more hurt that she didn't even want to listen to any type of change. You know what I mean? Any type of, because what I was saying, it wasn't wrong. So long story short, I leaves, right? But before I leave, you know, her boyfriend starts saying something. Yo, Pop, yeah, I ain't gonna front, like, I'll be going in there trying. And I'm saying, like, see, y'all don't understand. That's her mother. You understand? Like, you not the, until she feel loved, this is gonna keep on happening. I mean, like, she's not gonna really be focused because there's no love. I mean, you gotta change, you gotta love you. So boom. The mother, I want. And that'd be the issue too. See, because don't nobody wanna hear it. If you don't wanna hear it, you don't wanna do what? You don't wanna deal with the problems. You don't wanna change, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm out. And I leaves, right? Because I'm the bad guy. Because I make people change. I make people look at their wrongs, right? I make people look at the good things that they do, right? But don't nobody want to know about, don't nobody want you to know about the wrongs, the secrets that they hide inside, right? And sometimes when I talk, again, I tell people I don't talk to you. I talk to your spirit, right? I talk to your soul. And being by you going against everything your soul wants you to do, your conscience, your spirit, whatever you want to call it, being by you doing everything that your soul don't want you to do, you feel this way, right? Because it's things that you didn't want to do, but you did it because you want to satisfy the flesh. Simple. You love the feelings of the drugs, right? Because it make you not think about the bull that you do, right? It makes you feel good temporarily. But long story short, I leaves. I come down here, right? Now when I come down here, my daughter, when I was down there, my daughter was doing an essay about a red, you know, she picked a red panda. Well, you know, it was a story or whatever. She picked a red panda. And I'm like, Harm, ain't no red pandas. And she like, you know, it is a red panda. She found it on Roblox. I'm like, Harm, ain't no darn red pandas. Right? And she's like, Daddy, yes it is. So I go on Google. Well, she go on Google and she showing me like, Daddy, look, see? I said, oh, snap, baby, I was wrong. And she like, all right, Daddy, I'm like, I said, I got to check the spiritual meaning of a red panda. So I leave, I check the red panda. right now, when I checked that red panda, it was the same thing that I was just talking to my baby mother about her daughter and her feelings, and her mother throwing these feelings out. The same exact thing, right? So I sent it to my baby mother. I'm pretty sure she didn't read it, right? Because, you know, I gotta be wrong, right? Because if I'm wrong, that means what? I knew everything when you was doing it, and you was sitting here lying all the time. But I knew. I don't know how I knew, but I know how. Now, right? And so she used to always be mad at me, you know, because that double life that she was living, I was telling you, right? Yo, yeah, this and this. Oh, no, I was just, you know, I ain't like, yo, you can keep it real with me, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you can go your way, I can go my way. Like, just keep it real. Like, we don't gotta be together. You know, it ain't like, all right. But I sent that to her. So later on, my daughter sends, you know, my daughter need her password, you know, the roadblocks or whatever. So my baby mother sent her the password 222, right? And, you know, more numbers, but 222, right? Then I'm like, all right, so boom. Then I goes, you know, I looked that up and I sent that to her, right? Because it's talking, you know, that's her son birthday. You know, my stepson birthday. He just passed July 7th, right? July 7th, 7/7, right? So now I send that to her, right? The 7/7. Now it's telling her exactly what happened, right? Neglect, baby want to be loved, you know, lonely, you know, because he don't feel that love, you know, from his parents. And it also said karma. If you don't change your ways, it's going to be a dire situation, right? Now, the stuff that she's dealing with, she gonna stress herself out. And y'all know what's going on in the world. People bodies not healing like they supposed to, right? Because it's so much stress, it's so much negativity, right? And this is what causes diseases, right? Ain't no sexually transmitted disease. Ain't no cancers, right? All of this stuff is frequencies, negativity coming to you and messing up your body, right? Poisoning your body, killing your body. So that's man. So yeah, it's something on fire. Yeah, it's this stuff is deep. So I sent her the 7/7, and again, I'm pretty sure she didn't read it. But now, you know, now I basically gotta, you know what I mean, like go down there and I gotta talk to her and kind of like force her to read it or get the knowledge, because there's so much going on and I can't even have my daughter with me, right? Because of the information that I put out, right? So after my baby mother sent me the, you know, the thing or whatever, you know, the 222, and you know, that's the day he was born, 222. Now my baby mother sent me this, you know, My daughter goes back down there. Boom. I'm like, talk to your mother about this, right? I don't know if she talked to her, whatever. But when I'm coming back down, I'll go back, probably like an hour. Now it's nighttime. I'll go get my daughter, because she like to stay with me because, she like the love, the little freedom that she get when she with me or whatever, and only time she get attitude from me is when, she do things that she not supposed to. And so I goes to get her, and as I'm coming back, it's a guy outside. And no, actually I comes in the house, but I goes downstairs because my baby mother was walking. My baby mother just walked my daughter down here, And so I was going downstairs to actually, go get my daughter or whatever. But when I went downstairs, he was in the front. And so I'm like, yo, he come in the hallway, looking all emotional, like, yo, I need to talk to you, bro. So I'm like, all right. And before he even started, I'm like, bro, like all of that feeling mad and, all of that, like you want to do something to somebody. I said, bro, kill that. I mean, like, them is just frequencies that they sending to you, to make you react. I mean, like, you don't want to react. That's why you sitting here, you talking. I mean, like, you can't hear the talk because you don't want to do this stuff. So whatever in your mind, let it go right now. Right? And so you're like, bro, I mean, like, I want to fuck somebody. I'm like, brother, it's not even that serious. Right? And then, I start talking about frequencies and all this stuff. And now I start letting him talk because now he calm. He basically talking about his kids, how, basically the same thing I go through. When it's not too many good fathers out here, and the good fathers, some reason, like we get crucified, right? We only do wrong because we take care of our kids, and we not really beat for too much other other stuff, whether it's a female or whatever, like we just not beat. We rather take care of our kids, spend time with our kids. And a lot of people, they don't like that because they can't use you how they want to use you because you have your kids, right? So when they want stuff, you can't get it. You're grown, you can work for yours. My kid needs something, so why would I give you something when my kid needs it, right? Go get your job. But yeah, we in the projects, so we gotta deal with a lot of BS, right? So if you don't carry yourself a certain way, they think you soft, right? All this. I got 9.5 years in the prison system, right? I got 6.5 straight, and the rest is broken up. But that was for drugs, selling weed, and I had got a gun charge or whatever, and basically that's it. Weed and drugs, weed and gun, right? I did get caught with what is it called? For a little minute I did sell like heroin and cocaine, but that's something I never really was into, and I did it for like, a couple of months, switched over because, that when we young, and when you're young, we know better, but we don't know no better, especially when our system, our environment is telling us, selling drugs is good. You know what I mean? Like, killing each other is good. So, that was a lifestyle that we lived, but I always sold marijuana, right? And any type of violence or whatever I ever did, it was always because of family, right? Or somebody tried to put their hands on me, right? I never just went out and tried to hurt anybody, but I'm a Cancer, so if one of my family members called me up and I know that they're not the type of person that's starting any trouble, yeah, I was there to handle all of that for them, right? I go to jail for them, I do whatever, it doesn't matter. My thing was to take care of my family members. Now, if I know you can handle yourself, oh yeah, then you can go to jail, you can handle that bit by yourself. But everybody can't do time in jail. I wish I would have let my cousin do some time. Things would probably be different right now. But again, everything happened for a reason. So, I'm telling him like, yo, bro, just calm down, bro, listen to this. And, he started breaking down. He crying, and I'm crying, because we talking about real life stuff. I'm a father, right, that go through my own issues with my baby mother, right? I'm in a place where I don't want to be at. Lost a great job because of this COVID-19. But again, it was a great job as far as pay, but mentally it wasn't no great job because, everybody don't appreciate your work. If I would have stayed there, I wouldn't even know this information that I know now. I don't have the money. They was giving out $700, just for punching in for 7 days, right? That ain't even got nothing to do with your overtime or your hours, right? So, we was coming home with like down there $2,000, $3,000 a week, right? Because they making you do it's mandatory overtime. So we going in, we doing 16 hours a day. This for ShopRite, Wake Firm ShopRite. But they didn't appreciate the work. One because I don't really follow the rules. But I go in, I do my job the way I'm supposed to do my job, how they want you to do the job. I go in and I do the job perfect. You know what I mean? But when I know you playing with the system to make me do more than what I usually do, right? Because I got my pace, but we're gonna leave that alone. But I had a good job, and this virus messed all that stuff up, so playing with my job and just spending money because I'm thinking I'm going back to my job. I still gotta take care of my daughter. So I was out of work, but I left work April 17th, right? No, I left work like April 9th or something like that. They didn't terminate me, right? The jobs, the hospitals talking about saying they ain't taking new patients and all that stuff. How can I go back to work? So what happened was the job waited all the way to June 20th to terminate me for failure, the failure to work. All right, but it's cool. Like I said, everything happened for a reason. But back to my man's. So my man's, he crying and everything. I'm crying with him, and it's like, damn. So I say, yo, bro, come upstairs, because my daughter's sitting there, she hearing everything. I'm like, come upstairs. So we come upstairs, and I show her my phone, right? I show her my phone, the time that it is, I just went to the angel numbers, right? And I said, bro, huh? And he started breaking down again. He's like, how the fuck did I meet you? I ain't supposed to know you. How the... I'm saying, like, bro, everything for a reason. So he sit down. he sit down on the floor, you know, with his hands, you know, with his head in his hands and stuff. And he like, bro, such this and that, you know. So we still talking, but the TV was paused all that time. Like, you know, how you lose internet, you lose the internet or whatever. So there wasn't no internet. And then as he's sitting there, the TV start playing. Now when that TV start playing, excuse me, it was playing. The TV was playing for him. It started playing for him. Right? So as soon as it started playing, you know, he was trying to talk to me. I said, hold on, bro. The TV talking to you. That's for you. Listen. He started breaking down again because what he was going through, the TV, what's his name? Manly P. Hall, right? The TV started talking to him directly. Right? And it started playing by itself. Right? And it stopped by itself. It froze back up by itself. Right? So you got what you needed, and then it stopped. The rest wasn't for you. Right? I'm like, bro, you know, bro, just stay focused, man. You know, so he went and got my daughter some, you know, some snacks or whatever. And he brought the snacks back, and that was that. I ain't see him for like, 2 days. The next day, he wasn't nowhere to be found. Then I seen him the day after that going to the store. He like, yo, bro, man, I had to, you know what I mean? Like, I had to fall back. Like, you just had me thinking and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, I don't want to think about none of that stuff. That stuff, I mean, like, I like the way my life is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, know about none of this extra, you know, matrix stuff. He ain't say that, but I'm just, you know, put in that form because, you know, they don't see the stuff in the sky. You know, he don't be on the internet. He don't do none of that stuff. So, you know, that's what I do. I expose everything. And, you know, a lot of the people in the projects, they don't know nothing about none of this stuff. You know, so yeah, when I talk, if they don't actually, you know, if I don't show them the information, 9 times out of 10, you know, even if I do show them the information, they still, oh, this nigga crazy, bro. He don't. Man, but I'm showing you scientific evidence, right? Cause you like, nah, bro, huh? So you know, because we like to pick and choose what we want to go with, right? Like, nah, it don't say that. It say I can still do this. No, it don't. It says you can't do it. But if you want to do it and that's what you see, go ahead, do it. I mean, like, you know, it's not hurting me. It's hurting yourself. So, you know, he left that night or whatever. I said I seen him like 2 days later. But the night was over. It was over. Right? That night was over. All this strange stuff happened that day. Then the next day came, you know, nothing. Right? Well, actually, I'm lying. The next day came. You know, it was just weird. Like, you know, you just, like, now I'm sensing, you know what I mean? Like, other stuff or whatever. But that night, I'm lying, that night, the 30th, I'm making my salad. And the TV, like, nah, don't eat, fast. Right? 3 days fast, but what's in this? So, I'm saying, like, I shut the plate. I shut my tray after I done, you know, put the tray in it. Wasted the damn. I wasted all my fruits and vegetables because I didn't eat them. You know, I was fasting. And, you know, the next day, I woke up, not hungry, bloated. Next day after that, woke up, not hungry, bloated. But don't get it wrong, I had urges to eat, but I never ate because I wasn't hungry. And then after that, urges. So then, you know, the damn TV showed me and it was telling me, like, you know, I'm gonna be attacked or whatever. You know, whether physical, whether real or imagined. Right? So I'm like, the hell? So this couple of days later, I think it's like the third or fourth, probably the third. So my man called me again. I'm talking on the phone with my man. So now I'm telling him everything that transpired, you know, when I was talking to him. And all up here, the crown, all up here, it felt like it was open. It felt like it was open, right? And everything was just like, yo, like, shut the fuck up. It was telling me, shut the hell up. You're talking too much, right? Shut up, right? And I was losing. It felt like I was losing control of myself, right? So I came in here. My daughter. This was Friday. My Saturday. Yeah, Friday. My daughter. You know, her friend stayed the night or whatever. So I come in here. I sit down. I'm like, the hell. So my daughter looking at it like, Danny, you don't look okay. I'm like, no, baby, I'm all right, I'm all right. She's like, Danny, you don't look fine, you don't look okay. I'm like, no, I'm fine, but you know, she sensed all of this stuff. So I goes inside the, you know, I go in the kitchen or whatever, and I finish, you know, cause I'm on the phone. I'm still on the phone with my mans or whatever, so I go in the kitchen. So as I'm talking to him, you know, I still, you know, everything still don't feel right. Feel like I'm about to lose control of myself. And my daughter came in like, Daddy, you take me down to court so I can get the food, go get our food. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll take you down to court, get some food, and the mother or whatever. So I take him down there, we come back. Now when we come back, I see the same guy again, you know, in the front. So he's like, bro, what's good? You know, he shook my hand. You know, he started talking to me. So he's like, yo, this shit, I mean, like, he like, bro, this destined. I mean, like, this destined. Like, this destined. You feel me? Everything was destined. Right? So, excuse me. So as he's saying that, I'm scared. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to keep it real with you. I was scared. So I'm like, bro. I said, bro, come upstairs real quick. I need to talk to you. So we come upstairs, you know, we go in the kitchen, whatever. We go grab a chair. We go in the kitchen, and my daughter, whatever, and her friend is in the living room. So as I'm talking to him, I'm like, bro, isn't this? I'm like, yo, I need you and shit. You feel me? I feel like I was losing control or whatever, you know. And this damn TV told me it was gonna be a threat. I mean, like, you know, attack or whatever, rather real or fake, but it actually said it's time to mobilize all the body energies, right? And prepare for an endangered situation, real or imagined. It was frozen on my TV, but something told me, you know what I mean? Like, something had me like, what the fuck? Like, so now he leave or whatever, you know, I got a little strength or whatever. He like, yo, bro, you just gotta be strong, bro, this and this. And I got my man, you know, my man's still on the phone. He don't know my man's, but we just all connected right then and there, you feel me? Like, and, you know, we all communicating about what's going on. They both giving me the strength or whatever, you know, to handle everything I need to handle. And, you know, I hung up with him. Then my man leaves. And later on that night, I woke up. Right? What did I wake up to? A damn movie talking to me, telling me to be quiet. You know, you're a skin. You know, basically what a skin is in a movie, a skin was a person that was being controlled by AI and all of this stuff, right? Or artificial intelligence or aliens, whatever. And they're like, yo, you know, you talking too much. But with a snitch, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you're a danger, right? And then you had the other dude, you know, that saved the skin. And he like, yo, we about to start the revolution. I mean, like, he like, yo, we gonna be the revolution, blah, blah, this. And, you know, I'm watching, I'm like, the hell? But, you know, they like, yo, we coming for you, right?